Abusia, breaking news are a to Joanne say a court at the injunction at all. Speaker Bagbin, a any ruling or the bar say 4 seats there a year declared vacant say from next week a court Tuesday parliament a national NDC a majority na MPP a minority. Nano and the Coco PMO court. I'm MPP MPs omuko PMO honum any omuko tenasino. There's a Supreme Court a ruling 5-0 unanimous decision. Any Brabehe Osebo from MPP MPs omuko PMO court. Ebusia na manfo ebusa questions B. Say Supreme Court no or power say wo injuncte a Parliament of Ghana na ebusia mepese ebeko ni akwaku team.
Remember Evans.
Supreme Court I don't know.
The latest application.
Latest application.
Okay.
Yeah, granted injunction.
Oh, it's been granted.
I mean, kind show, Niger.
I'm not granted today.
And my main kind say
we are joyful at the banana for the
yeah, near financial pressure. But I think okay, in the area no, I think MPP will issue statement from the General Secretary. But I think Supreme Court
in Kweku Asante or court. Or court. Say in front of I say the 5-member Supreme Court panel. Presided over by Chief Justice.
Oh, the Chief Justice herself. Okay.
I mean, kind. I stayed the execution of the ruling of Speaker of Parliament, declaring 4 seats vacant, pending determination of the substantive suit. Parliament directed to recognize and allow the 4 MPs to duly represent their constituencies
until the determination of the and conduct business in Parliament
and conduct the duties of their office.
Okay. Okay. No. That's the breaking news from Parliament, from Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said, or the substantive application now
one more clarification. Say, this order is not to last for 10 days, as requested by the applicants, but until the determination.
In the interlocutory injunction. It is 10 days near interim injunction. And I think that is what the applicants not filed. But we are calling you into and your man the American say Supreme Court per this decision. Say Afenyo file a substantive application before the Supreme Court. Say, invoking the interpretative jurisdiction of the court to interpret Psalm 97:1 is answer and same thing na. And was file an application to injunct Speaker ruling na. What time na all file first one na Speaker man ruling. In the Speaker man ruling and rano and our file fresh processes to seek to injunct Speaker ruling the court not genuatum says Speaker what ruling say 4 seats have been declared vacant by the tabua atosa ruling so until say substantive case now fenyo de by beka ewie no MPs now can so ma vacate your seat no or sign
so it's not vacant.
And you vacate the Supreme Court
for how many days
decision until so make a substantive issue newie.
But that is also not fair.
Supreme Court
Supreme Court.
But the mention say until the determination
issue, the MPs will still go to Parliament and do that.
But Parliament how many days?
And they say emfa.
And no, they must
be no emfa. Supreme Court ediom decision number. We can listen to what Speaker so. And I believe say at the hearing of this application. The Parliament of Ghana had council on making arguments. Yeah.
Can the Supreme Court injunct Parliament in its duties?
That's also a whole new. But
if it doesn't bother
because what the Speaker did was an exercise of his constitutional powers
as Speaker of Parliament. Yes.
Can another arm of government, as in the judiciary?
But no. I think the answer to that question is in. Justice Abdullahi as Attorney General, the Supreme Court
Parliament
comprehensively dealt with that. So when what the Parliament has done, that on the Constitution, then no more.
But say
Abdullahi as Attorney General
maybe the working country maybe say matters on interpretation. Yeah. You cannot take out the Supreme Court.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so clearly.
But Evans's question is legitimate because
you cannot interfere in the affairs of Parliament when there is no need for interpretation. There are rules and regulations there. So clearly so.
It will
when almost have them say yes we no omo veer off to those guys omo veer off kakra bi go interpretation there wouldn't have been any need for all these Supreme Court interventions and all those things.
And let's see, I don't know when a Supreme Court backs substantive issues. I don't know. I don't know when a Supreme Court backs I'll say them 70 but na can 9 or 3 will be 9 or 5 na. We want on be jaw mama ko back there. Oh, say any from any quad sitting
no because on be jaw mama ko parliament be pound there.
I don't know. I think it's in the by
November
7th. Oh, it should be first or second week of November.
No, maybe
Parliament will rise.
That's what
to prepare for elections, no? And then after elections, no, about January 6th. By January 6th, will be a new parliament.
But last time you say this, Nana, Nyoma Chitu.
Oh, yeah. Nothing is here. Say some Supreme Court justice nominees were vetted. I was a parliamentary approval, and some loan will be before parliament. Okay, Kwekwa Santiaba, Kweku. Oh, now Kwekun so on to me, so one on the line in it.
Why shit?
Why shit? I get it.
Why shit? Because who share videos now?
Yeah.
And people no move jubilation.
Parliament. Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
There was a jubilation here. There's no jubilation.
But it can happen, sir.
No, there's absolutely, even with what you guys are saying. Yeah. Court financial so there's no jubilation. Maybe a addition for all of us practicing this kind of business.
I'm gonna call Supreme Court. No.
MPBM business.
And where you from the Supreme Court?
Supreme Court.
Hey.
Oh wow.
Okay. Evans, forward the video. Forward the man Dominic na. Okay, Kwekwa Sante. Kweku.
Hello, yes.
Yes, Otemenka.
So, what has yet happened in the Supreme Court is that the Supreme Court presided over by Chief Justice Gertrude Sokono 5-0 unanimously. They have decided to stay the decision of the of Parliament declaring forces vacant. The court said real issues of natural justice, as in these 4 MPs, were all not even a fair hearing, were not yet, and so the matter also has to do with representation. They have to represent their constituents, also not taking cognizance of. And see, even though the lawyers for Alexander Afenyo-Markin asked for an interim injunction of 10 days, the Supreme Court, in their wisdom, panel chaired over by the Chief Justice herself, decided to grant the injunction until the full determination of the suit. And so, what they have done now is to restore the status. That is, all those 4 members of Parliament have been directed to actually allow them to perform their duties as members of Parliament until the full determination of this suit. The case was made by Afenyo-Markin and his lawyers, led by Bakwesi Abedu and Jogate Aomoba Court, and there to make the case that these are serious issues, that they do not believe the Speaker of Parliament had the power to act the way he purported to have acted, and the Supreme Court has largely agreed with them, so much so that they have given them more than they requested for. They requested for 10 days interim injunction. Courts now granted the injunction up until the full determination, but they have made some consequential orders that the Speaker of Parliament and the Attorney General must file their statement of case in 7 days. On the filing of the statement of case in 7 days, all the parties should have to find a joint memorandum in 7 days so that the matter will be expeditiously deleted.
What it now means, MPs, were all the 4 MPs not present at the Supreme Court?
No, they were not. In fact, this action was not started in their name. Afenyo-Markin filed this action as a citizen of Ghana.
As a citizen of Ghana, okay.
About a breach of the Constitution.
Of the Constitution, that's fine.
In his words, allegation.
That's
and
fine.
So that is what he came to court to do. The court has granted that, and the court has directed Speaker of Parliament and Parliament as an institution to allow these 4 MPs to do their work, because the Supreme Court also did what they call the balance of probabilities, to say that ultimately, if this case is decided and it ends up in the favor of the Parliament of Ghana and the Speaker's ruling, the Speaker can just go ahead and enforce the ruling.
Yeah.
But if it goes against the Parliament of Ghana, by which time these members would have been denied the right and opportunity to represent their constituents, that would be irreparable damage, for which reason they balance the probabilities and have granted an injunction.
A balance of convenience. Balance of convenience. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's okay. What it means, and I don't know, was the Parliament of Ghana represented by a council?
No, this was an ex parte application, which means that it is only the lawyers for the applicants who were heard in court, and that is why they actually asked for 10 days, because the normal learning is that ex parte injunction of this sort only subsists for 10 days, after which you come for a repeat on notice. But the court in its own wisdom decided that this is a very important matter, for which reason they have granted it up until the end of this case, and the full determination is done.
Video now sending me who lawyer Jogate in full robe on representing Afenyo Makinana.
He was part of the legal team. He did not make any arguments in court, but he was seated right beside Pakwesi Abedu, the same lawyer that is representing Richard Alaska in the anti-LGBTQ case. Okay. But he was here as part of the legal team, but did not make any representation in court today.
Very well. Kweku, my nasi bibiania, yebesi amba bidin komobi. Kweku asante, ene yatien enka, reporting live from the Supreme Court. So, pictures and as videos from the Supreme Court, ene Oba Asempa FM, ye live stream on YouTube, especially ena Facebook and so ubehu videos where ye fresh videos from the Supreme Court are MPs, no, led by Honorable Alexander Kwame Afenyo-Markin, who is actually the plaintiff in this particular suit, no, bar MPs ninyina edinechi MPs no oba obehu videos no of how neoma AC echo enti Evans Mensah our head of the political desk or Joy News. Evans, yes, I'm on for Kabo officially me ma as SMP. Charlie, but it's interesting. I mean, how things can change with this speed. I don't know if this would bring about a constitutional crisis in our country. How Parliament will react, especially the Speaker, how he would react to this particular issue. No?
Yeah, because Parliament will reconvene on Tuesday.
Oh, they reconvene on Tuesday. Okay.
They adjourned yesterday to Tuesday.
Yes.
And they advertised business from when they were going on the break. And they said, Omoba, Omoba elected second deputy speaker.
Yes.
That's say and they say now come replace on Tuesday.
Yes.
Now almost started the process to reconstitute the committees.
Okay.
So on the back of this, no, then you know, basically, so Seto School, my fellow market is back to be majority leader. But you can expect a speaker who would like to have a say.
A say on
definitely. For me, the big issue they say. What say would he have?
What would he say?
When
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying now swim coin for the determination. Okay, sir. I think you can file it.
Yes.
You took that school of thought, sir. Once the process has been commenced, it's a stay. It acts as a stay.
Yeah.
So
yes.
And I speak a disregard there.
Because even amongst legal or not say senior lawyers, no, there is still a debate on that whether the mere filing of an application automatically act as a stay. There is a huge debate on that. There have been cases from the Supreme Court, some from the Court of Appeal. Disagree. There is no common position even on that, and that's why I think Afenyo was advised to then file the injunction application properly.